Like, what do you think the new update's going to be like?
Well, I mean, it's honestly like in terms of like the event, it's the main thing I'm really looking forward to, and not to mention like the story campaigns as well. But the and we were talking about this earlier, but like the events is what Off the Grid is supposed to feel like in terms of like chasing hexes, right? Like that thrill, because right now, and most people would agree with me. There's really no thrill outside of events to chase hexes, right? Because let's just say we get an epic hex. Is it cool? I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool, but like, we're probably just gonna get like stuff that's already at the thousands of the like, you know, supply of like a specific item. So, yeah, I mean, the 4th of July event was specifically exactly what we wanted in terms of like what Off the Grid should feel like when chasing hexes, right? Like that thrill.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah, and I feel like they were talking about gold hexes for a while. That's kind of what it was supposed to be like what you're talking about. But I feel like the event hexes just really, really worked, you know, for the like small time frame that they had them going.
Yeah, well, like even if there is gold hexes, that's still not going to solve the problem long term, right? Because let's just say there is gold hexes. All that's going to do is at the very beginning, we're going to be pretty hyped, but then long term, what's it going to do? It's going to become epic hexes, you know, and we're going to get like thousands of thumpers, thousands of leapers, like in supply, right? So what CSGO does, and we were talking about this earlier, like for example, like the butterfly knife that went for like $1 million or something like that.
Right. Yes.
It's the fact that there's a very small percentage of that in the marketplace. So what they need to do outside of events is they need to add shiny variants of weapons. For example, like a shiny Tacoma, where there's like a 0.02% chance to get. So you can still open up these hexes normally like we would, but you would get these shiny variants where like it has a specific aura.
If they brought that, I would definitely see bigger streamers just like streaming of opening hexes, like their stack of hexes, 100%. Just because they're trying to go for like the shiny item like CSGO, you know. So if they brought that aspect into it, I could just see streamers just sitting there for hours just opening hexes, you know. So and that being really popular too.
1,000%, bro. And like they're doing stuff correctly with this with the events, right? Like so far we've only seen 2 events, which is the Bored Ape event and then the 4th of July event, and now we're supposed to get a Halloween event. So we already got some previews of that, like in terms of like the change of teardrop, the whole sky thing, which is really cool and all, but overall, like the thrill of the hexes is like, I think like the main aspect of this game, right? That's like the thrill of when I first started playing Off the Grid during the beta. When we saw purple hexes on the map, like we actually like sweated and got nervous. Like if I see a purple on the map right now, I'll be like, all right, it's cool, it's a purple on the map. But you know,
I feel that. Yeah, they're just getting less and less like. But I feel like having that event hex, having like the time frame, that all matters, you know, especially like if you're opening them up and you're getting a silver Yang Cat or you're getting something like 0.1% of a chance and people aren't getting them and you're frustrated, you're not like all of that kind of brings in like what's coming for this update. So I feel like they're going to do the same exact thing, which I feel like it works. I think it I think they could also they probably add some other stuff like golden hexes or like other stuff to the game, like shiny items. But I do think like the events are probably the coolest idea they could do. Maybe they could do in-person events. You know, that would if they did more of those. If they did more tournaments, you know, there's a lot of stuff that they can add to the community. That just makes this game even more awesome because you know, I was enjoying the Flaw tournament. I enjoy the community events that like new guilds are forming. Like there's just so many things that are like going on in the community that I think like it just needs to be amplified. You know, they just need to add more money to the tournaments and stuff. That would just create a really, really good atmosphere for like a competitive gamer to come into.
Yeah, well, I think there's 2 main things Off the Grid needs to add. besides story mode, which we can get to in just one bit because they just like previewed a little part of story mode, which by the way I'm very excited for.
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, same here. But the two things is because this is an economy-based game as well, right? Because you know we have items, it's NFTs, and we're not going to get into that, but overall, the shiny items is the first thing I mentioned. Another thing to increase the economy is retired items. Retired items needs to be a thing, right? So we know what's retired. For example, the legacy stuff, the retro stuff, that's retired, right? So what they need to do is they need to add a retired tag, or however they want to label it. Like, this item is never going to be coming back. The reason why that's so important in a economy is because the value of that would go up, right? Kind of like Pokemon, right? You won't see Wizards of the Coast 1999 packs getting reprinted. That's long gone, right? That's why the value of that's going up, right? So in the economy-based game, if they add shiny items as well as retired tags onto items that will never come back, we'll see the economy for this game booming. And overall, I mean, just the correct path they're taking right now is with the events. Like, I think the events are absolutely freaking perfect, bro. Like the chase of the hexes, the supply that, you know, we'll never see the silver Yankat coming back. Hopefully not, at least.
I'll never forget the silver Yankats. This last event, I'll never forget that. It's pretty much the coolest experience I've had in a video game. So if they just keep doing them like that, they keep adding hype, you know, rare items and stuff, I feel like it can get bigger and bigger and like momentum, you know. It could really
like
take off.
In terms of like the big update, they're doing a ton of stuff. Like, they're adding the dodging mechanic as well, like, so more movement onto the game, which is great. Because I think the movement of this game is already really freaking great, dude.
It's already
the flying mechanic is so clean. Now they're gonna add dodging mechanics onto that.
That's great.
Story mode coming up as well. So
I think the story mode. Let's get into the story mode. I think that is probably the most excited thing that I am, because I'm all here for it as a fan of, like, you know, District 9. You know, Neil Blomkamp, him being a producer, making a shit ton of money off of those movies, and then focusing everything into a video game. Like, this might be the best fucking story we've ever seen, you know, in a video game, hands down. Like, it could be that way, you know. And it's looking like, from the cinematics, you know, it is starting to look like really, really good. So I'm excited to see what they drop, you know, for the trailer. I think tomorrow was the announcement, but I'm excited for it.
Dude. Yeah, because the story mode also could lead to like an actual live action, you know, Netflix series or
movie, whatever, another movie. You know, he's already made like 3. Like, you think he can't do another one? No, he would. I think the coolest thing that he could do is make the movie from the player's perspective, like the streamers, while they're streaming the story mode. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too. I mean, honestly, like, just from the previews we saw, like the anonymous stuff, like, overall, when they first released Off the Grid, or like when you boot up Off the Grid, like pretty much the whole premise of it is kind of like a Hunger's Game type thing, like a cyberpunk with streamers, right? So they like get streamers, and they pretty much cut off their arms, their legs, and their limbs, and then they pretty much have like a battle royale. So it's kind of like a more modern Hunger Games type thing, which is really freaking, like, that idea is just so
very
sick.
Exciting. Yeah, it's very exciting. Like, to me, I've met other people in the game that think the whole idea is exciting. If it were to happen in real life, you know. So, like, you know, there's some pretty hardcore fans in this game, and that's what I like about it. I like that the fan base is not huge, but it's not small. You know, it's like there's people that really do like the game, but it's not well known, you know, like Call of Duty, like or any other franchise at the moment. But I feel like they have the potential to be their own separate franchise and do better than you know, Call of Duty, maybe. You know, it's potential. It has potential for sure.
Yeah, this game has potential from not only like the Web 2 but Web 3 standpoint as well. Like,
That's the
what other
thing.
Web
Now,
3 game is
yeah,
doing
now
like
we're
off the grid?
now
No
we're
other
just
game
talking
did.
about this is just the first Web3 game that works this well. Like I haven't seen any other economy, game type that like crypto works for as well as this like CS:GO type game. It's like literally CS:GO but with a Web3 economy. And if you are into Web3, like this is a crypto trader's paradise. Like especially when everything is fucking built out. Everything's on mainnet. You have DeFi dexes built for this game, like black hole dex. You can use avalanche swaps and stuff for like Trader Joe and stuff. To get your liquidity to and from this game to your wallet, whatever. So it's like there's DeFi infrastructure is almost being built for this game, which is incredible.
Yeah, so I want to talk about this one thing, and it's people asking like, when is mainnet going to come? Because it's like the biggest question, obviously, right? When is mainnet coming to console,
I have
etc.
that question. Same here. I have the same question.
And same here, by the way. But the thing what people forget, especially in the crypto side of things, is in the crypto side of things, including myself, I'm very guilty of this, is I want instant gratification, right? Because, for example, like I remember back in 2020, I got in Dogecoin, I put in a few thousand, I made 100,000. Like that dopamine is like, I want this now. You get me type thing.
Yeah.
The way Off the Grid is doing this is they're not a Web3 game. They are a Web2 game first. So they're taking the approach from Web2 to Web3. You get me? Like
exactly,
they're doing everything by the book. So
that's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only way it's going to work.
I feel like every other project is the exact opposite. It's like create the token, create hype around the token. The token is everything. They forget about the game and like everything, like actually putting the effort into building a great ecosystem for things to actually become valuable. And if you are into Web3 gaming, like there's other games out now. Alluvium's a good one. Wilder Worlds, I don't know, it might be a good one. But from like the competitions, the competitive side, they're always having competitive tournaments with like small Discord groups. And, there's so much in Web3 right now, even like on different chains, not just Avalanche, but Avalanche has like a couple good games out right now. Like I've been playing Spellborn, good Pokemon looking game. There's other good Avalanche games that are out right now, but this is the best. Like this is the best out of all of them. I don't see any other ones competing with this. So I would not rather be any other place than this ecosystem. For this board. As a crypto trader, as a gamer, you don't want to go chasing more, projects as much. I think it's good to stay focused on one thing, and for me, it's kind of everything. It's not just crypto trading; it's streaming. Like I want to be a big streamer one day, eventually. But I also want to make a lot of money too. So like it goes hand in hand. I don't know what's going to give me more joy out of life. But maybe the most joy is just going to come from the traveling, meeting up with people in real life, forming new friendships online, in a cool game. I don't know what's going to bring me more joy in my life at this point. But I'm
just
chasing.
Continue to do what you love, brother.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, man. And another question I have for you. I've been going for like 20 minutes or so. We probably do another 10 minutes or so. But I was going to ask you more about like your sponsorship with Avalanche or AVAX One. How's that going? What's going on?
Well, it's not technically labeled as sponsorship. They used to call it Ambassador, but now they call it Member. So it's pretty good.
Congrats on becoming an ambassador for Off the Grid. Let me just say that. I haven't really told you that personally yet, but congrats on that. I think that's a big deal. I think that's really cool achievement. And I still haven't gotten the email, man. I'm looking at my email every day. Still haven't gotten one. But
well, I'll be honest with you, brother. you're one of like the creators that like need more recognition, and I think you're on the right path with the podcast, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know you've been streaming, and I know you've been doing this for a long time. People don't know, but we've gamed together for like quite a while now. So,
well, I just broke into the streaming. You know, like as soon as this came out, I started streaming because I'm bigger. This is more to me than just a game. This is, I feel like this is the start of universal basic income, where people will just start be playing their favorite video games and actually earning a decent amount to pay their bills with, just enough to pay their bills. And I don't see that as a bad thing. I see a lot of AI robots taking over in the next year. So give humans something to do at home that they can earn from, not just with this game, but with like Pudgy Party, something like a mobile friendly game that allows you to just earn enough, to make a living. I see a world where that's a really cool thing. And I see that chains like Avalanche and cryptocurrency is like kind of the tool to allow people to do that. So I just really, I really think this is important. And it is kind of my mission now and my job to basically connect with other creators in the space and push the agenda of like Web3 gaming is going to make it, and this is going to be the new normal instead of companies just like making you pay $60 for their game and then never, making any money off the game whatsoever. I feel like the whole industry is just kind of ass backwards, and it has been for a long time. So I just kind of, want my mission to be to spread this kind of gaming to the masses, like a free game to download on PS5, whatever, and then you're in a crypto-based economy where you have the ability to make enough money, to just off a game that you like.
Yeah, obviously that'd be awesome, but overall, in terms of like the backwards thing, like I get where you're coming from, and I do agree, but also at the same time, like yeah, I don't know how old you are, but I'm an old guy. I grew up like Super Nintendo days, so I remember playing like Lion King, Aladdin, Mario on the Super Nintendo. Yeah. So we're about the same age, and then pretty much like like for me, I just want to have fun, right? And then if you have that element first, then you can start talking about like the elements of what Off the Grid is doing. Like Off the Grid is doing this correctly because they have that element first, right? You can't just play a game. Like you have to enjoy the game first, right? Because you want to enjoy what you're doing, and then you add something else on top of that. Then that's the sweet spot, right? That's what you're looking for.
And that's
you can take a look at every single other Web3 game, dude. Every single, like I would say, 99% of every other Web3 game, you can't sit down for hours and just play it end on end. I have like 1,000 to 2,000 hours in this game, and that's with me just playing because I want to play it. Like I don't even think about crypto, right?
Same here, man. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty because I'm meeting people that I'm like talking to about the crypto side of it that don't know anything about it, and it's good to explain to people. I've come to a point where like I think learning about your personal finances and stuff is really important, and they're like teaching it to kids in China right now, like through Web3 gaming. This is how you learn a new financial system. It makes it like a fun way to learn something that's not normal and something that's hard, to learn, honestly. But it's always gonna be there if you want it. That's the cool thing about it. Like you don't have to do it. You could use the in-game marketplace strictly and trade up. But if they add the OpenSea side and the aspect of that with the Web3, now you have people that have the option to put stuff on bid and directly, get more value from their NFTs instead of just like listing them on the marketplace. So I could just see that this being a good tool for the Web3 gamers that do know how to utilize those tools. But it's not needed. It's definitely not needed for you to enjoy this game as it is.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. But yeah, man, overall, I'm just like super excited for October, dude. Like October like not only for Off the Grid, but for Avalanche as well, because Avalanche is gonna have like their season 3 battle pass. Very excited for that.
And for the markets in general, man. I think October is this month, so like I'm excited for like all the madness that comes with a bull run. Honestly,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean,
like,
it's just like Off the Grid, I think is gonna have like their biggest update. Like you've seen like snippets of the story mode. I don't know about you, but like it's really captivating. Like it's actually interesting. Like most story modes, like in games, I don't really care about, but like this one's actually like, well, hold up, what's gonna happen next, right? What is gonna happen next? Like once they catch you there, right? Once they catch you there, then you get more people interested, right? So and then you can even make a movie out of it, a series. Right. So yeah, man, I'm just excited from the team standpoint too.
Definitely, I'm so excited, man. I just hope I hope that it was just as good as an event as like last one. If it was anything close to that, like we're gonna have a blast, man. They're probably gonna do like Halloween hexes. You know, they'll probably have pumpkin trails coming out. Like there's bananas coming out of the trail. You know, last time that was so cool, man. I'm just really excited to see what they cook up and like what the team is thinking about. For a Halloween event. Like, Halloween just sounds so fun.
What do you think the golden item is going to be in the supply?
I think it's going to be like a pumpkin mask or some shit, you know, golden pumpkin mask. I don't know, man. It could be anything.
It could be a clown, right? It could be a clown because they kind of like previewed a clown.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I saw that. But it could be Labobo. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what Labobo is.
I think a Labobo song that got teased was the like a soundtrack for the battle pass, but we'll see.
Oh man, it was actually a really fire track. Like it's a little creepy, but
it is creepy. It's supposed to be creepy.
Some good EDM though to it. Like it was pretty much a banger. Whoever produced it needs some credit.
They also, I think, let me pull up my phone real quick. They also like previewed like a clown smiling on the profile. Like, did you see that? I think it was like a few hours ago. They just previewed this. There's like a clown like smirking. Super creepy, dude.
Super creepy. But I don't know what they're gonna do. I am a fan of like even the videos that they come out with for like the updates and stuff. Like the last one where they like stormed into your living room and like pretended to. You know, like
yeah, that was hilarious with the consoles versus the console versus PC, right? PC. Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Are just really, really good, and they're well done. And it's Cobra, like the same guy from all the movies. Like this is comedy mixed with like it's just really good. Honestly, I'm. Like, again, I'm just here as a huge fan. Like, I flew to Vegas for the first meetup as a fan. You know, I'm a fan. Like, this is just fun for me. And you know, it just kind of reminds me of, like... it kind of reminds me of, like, what gaming could be. Like... I've always been a fan of gaming, but like I took a break for like 4 years. You know, nothing really got me excited about gaming until this game came on, and now I'm excited about gaming. So it's just making me think about like what else can come out. You know, if GTA 6 is just as good or better, you know, 6, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone's excited for GTA 6. I am. I just want some kind of blockchain aspect. I want to buy that game for $90 or however much they're going to sell it for. I'm sure it's going to be fucking expensive. I want to own all my assets in the game. That's it. Like, is that too much to ask for? Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
At this point, they could build private servers on it, whatever, you know, as long as I get my yacht on the blockchain, like on AVAX or something. Like, that's what I want, you know?
I mean, we're here already. Like, we're here, dude. Like, yeah, I think you've sold a server hat on OpenSea, haven't you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I already made. I won a PS5 from this game. You know, I did buy a PS5 to play this game, but I won a PS5. You know, I've gotten free merch. You know, I've.
How much money have you made?
$600 for like a Yank hat. You know, like just
that's crazy.
One that I clicked on OpenSea. So like. I have like done some cool shit in this game already so far, and it's not really even fully released yet. Not everything's on mainnet. Like there's so much more cool shit to come, you know, with the sales and transactions of like all the special weapons that are out. You know,
I
like
have a question for you. I have a
stuff in
question.
the Techno Core days and stuff.
I have a question. So let's just say you do get the next golden item for the next October event, for the Halloween event. Let's just say it's a golden, clown mask or pumpkin helmet, whatever, right? Would you keep it, or would you sell it at, let's just give it a $399 supply, 400 supply? Would you keep it, or would you sell
The
it?
question is it an official collaboration with a really high NFT project? You know, like the Bored Ape Yacht Mask.
Let's just say it's
I
something
wouldn't sell
similar
those.
to the 4th of July
Yeah.
event. Something similar to the 4th of July.
Like a
It's
golden
just
yank
like a golden
hat.
pumpkin. Yeah, with a 400
See, I
supply.
I probably would have just held on to it because, like, no, I probably would have sold it for alpha badges because, like, I feel like the alpha badges are really, really super limited. Maybe like I definitely would have. I can think of some things to like trade up for. Is it like the Pioneer?
Let's just say you get a golden clown mask or pumpkin, whatever, next event, and I offer you $1,500 USD. Would you take it?
Probably, yeah.
You would take it. Okay.
Yeah, that's about a good amount, especially because they're not as rare as other items, and I know that I could definitely find something cheaper on the marketplace for like, I'd probably flip that. There's I don't know. I probably wouldn't.
I'm
always
just comparing it to the
move.
golden yank hats, right? Because the golden yank hat goes for 400 supply, right? So I think it's sold for like $1,000 to $2,000. So I'm just giving an average of $1,500. So I mean, most people want to get like in, right? They want to get like their feel for they want to hold actual money, right? So I think most people would sell for $1,500. And then there's like the whales that's accumulating everything.
Right. That already have money buying stuff up.
Yeah. Like a year from now, when everything is just going to triple, double in price, whenever the game goes actual live. So, that's what the economy is all about.
You're asking good questions that, like, I couldn't tell you. Because, like, I'm here just doing what I can as a trader, just, like, looking on OpenSea, trying to find stuff, looking on the marketplaces on all my accounts. I'm doing what I can at the moment with, like, what can... There isn't as much hype and stuff yet, but like I feel like when the hype comes, things will be easier. But I don't know. There's always stuff to do right now. You could definitely buy and sell stuff and uptrade stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what the best move is. I want to make as much money as possible. I'm showing up to like small tournaments and stuff. And
you're definitely involved with the community. That's good.
And I'm not limiting myself to that. I'll play a different game. I'll play Wilder World. I'll play a different crypto game. It's just I have to see I have to like the game. The liking the game is a big part.
Of course, it's the main thing, right?
Right, and there's just not enough games out. Honestly, this is really early. 4 years from now, there's going to be 100,000 more crypto games that were.
Let me ask you a question, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have just about 2,000 hours in this game, right?
Right, just about.
Okay, so just about 2,000 hours. What other crypto game do you think you could sit down and play 2,000 hours?
Absolutely none. I could play Illuvium for a while because it's a chill game. It's a really nice environment, but they still haven't built out the entire game. Like, they have a section of the map when they're going to release like 4 more sections, and they're still coming out with shit. Like, nothing's done yet, Wilder World's still not done.
Yeah, like, can you sit down with any other Web3 game and just like play for 8 hours in a day?
Not at all, because
not at all, right?
There's no social aspect to a lot of them. There is, but it's like a smaller
Not even
community.
social aspect. Not even social. I'm talking about like straight up fun.
No, absolutely not. Right now, I can't sit down and play a game like that. I could like Halo. I could always play Halo.
Talking about Halo, oh my gosh, that's a throwback for me right there, bro. I love Halo.
I know. I'll sit down and play Halo any fucking day. Like,
speaking of Halo, they need to add in off the grid double kills, triple kills, like in their own way, like badges. Like killing sprees. They need to add that off the grid. That'd be freaking
They,
sick.
they could add so much more stuff to this game to make it a better game. They could take
And they
out
are,
stuff.
which,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the way, they are. This game does update very frequent, right? They are
Yeah.
updating a lot of stuff.
Okay, don't get me wrong. They're not like Fortnite updating their shit. You know, it's not like as big that
No,
level,
I even
right?
think that,
But
like, in terms of
this is
like
a whole
frequency, I
new.
think they
Yeah.
are.
You go, well, this is a whole new thing. Like you're getting new cyber limbs and stuff. It's not, you know, Disney collaborate. Like this is better. This is for me. Like I want realism. I want blood and gore and stuff. Like the stuff that I'm kind of used to from like Call of Duty. But like I don't want fantasy Disneyland characters. You know, like I get Fortnite is the most popular with the most streams and the like created the most content creators, but it's only because like society allowed that. You know, that's what like society liked at the time. It was kind of a phenomenon, you know. But I feel like another phenomenon like off the grid is coming along that's going to take over, and you know, more people are going to be interested in a game like this than like cartoony stuff. You know, I don't know like what the meta is going to shift to. Maybe it's just going to be GTA 6 and that's it. You know, like it could just be that. But I feel like this is a really under the radar project that like with the right marketing, you know, they could push the shit out of this and actually, you know, hit the mainstream and completely become a bigger title. But if it doesn't happen that way, I'm not gonna be mad. Like I'm always gonna come back and play this game probably. You know?
I think this game is definitely headed the right direction, 1,000%. Like in terms of like the frequency of updates, absolutely impressive.
From the concept to the cinematic like trailers to the bringing in streamers like fucking Dr. Disrespect and fucking Scum, you know, this is legendary shit, bro. This is
and just the fun aspect of it. Like, what other game like you can like get your leg sliced off, your arm sliced off, and you just like
there's
fight
no other
with
game
that?
like this. Like there's no other game like this. This is a whole new game that the movement from the movement to the limbs to the, you know, like the competitive streaming aspect, like it's a whole new like genre. But like, don't get me wrong, this is maybe the start of like generations to come. Like they bought Game Informer to probably push this kind of game, so everyone builds their game like this from now on, you know, on a blockchain. Like AVAX.
Yeah, I think OTG is playing the long game, right? They're getting Game Informer, so they're like playing the long game, right?
And obviously they're going to try their best, and if they don't, you know, like that's like human nature. Like everyone tries their best, you know, and if they fail, they fail. But like I am 100% rooting for them to like make it, you know. And
yeah, so far
if you're being negative, like there's no room for negativity in a project like this. Like you're just fudding yourself and you're fudding like other creators. Like I hate seeing this in crypto. This is how crypto is since I've been in it. There's always people that.
Let me ask you this real quick. Like, what game does not have negativity? Every single game does. It's human nature.
Like
it's human nature for every
sucks.
game to be judged. It's what it is, right? Can you imagine the internet with zero negativity? Like, what would be? It wouldn't even be the internet, right? It wouldn't be the internet.
Exactly. So I mean,
people wouldn't really be on the internet.
I understand that that's just what it is, and it sucks because I'm a positive person and I like meeting positive people. I don't like negative bullshit, you know, like just go find another fucking game, like shut the fuck up. But you know, I'm a different person, you know, I'm not everyone. So it's like it is what it is. But you know, I choose to stay positive. I choose to ignore all the negative comments and stuff that I see. I just
to be honest, it's not even about ignore or anything. Like from what I've learned so far from being a gamer for like 20-30 years, dude, it is what it is, right? Like there's going to be like right now we're talking about super positivity about OTG, right? So that's me and you, right? So there's also going to be people doing the complete opposite, talking shit about it, right? So there's going to be both. Like I don't try to ignore it. I just try to roll with the punches, right? Like one of the biggest things in life is adaptation, right? So if you adapt, like whether it's the negativity and take it as feedback, right? Or vice versa, you know, you can, it's like, it's a superpower, adaptivity, right? If you adapt to anything in life, you can take this from like a gaming standpoint to content creation. If people are like judging you, just making content, like right now you're making content. This is episode what, number 3 of your podcast or something?
Yeah, right? You'll be 3rd.
Yeah, so you're just going to keep getting better. So if anybody does bring negativity onto your podcast, then what? You could take it as constructive criticism and try to like actually take it like from a bird's eye view and just like say, okay, what is this guy or girl telling me right now that I should improve on, right? So it's just adapt. You just adapt to the negativity.
Yeah, I feel like if they take their time out of their day and they go out of their way to even go on a podcast, like if they had something bad to say, it would probably be, you know, constructive. But like, I don't know, I'm probably not gonna get every person on here. Like, it's definitely only, I'm gonna only release the episodes where it like goes well, and like I just hate negativity, you know, and I block it on X, you know, if it comes my way, but it's hard to get away from. But yeah.
We'll definitely have to make a part 2 of this podcast because we're going to talk about the new update. So,
I feel like we've covered mostly everything at this point, and I'll be able to clip a lot of stuff. I'll probably do some gameplay too. Like, I'll try to clip some gameplay because I have some more streams playing with you too. So like maybe I can put that all together this week. If you want to help with editing and stuff, man, I'd appreciate it. Or like a thumbnail. Whatever you want to do with it. Yeah, man, I'll just take this whole next week to edit it and polish it up, and then I'll post it on Monday.
You're gonna post it on Monday? Wait, what day is it today?
Today's Monday, so I'm just doing every Monday.
Should do it. No, you should do it way before that. You should do it before the big update because we're talking about the big update of what's to come. So if I were you, I would even post this tomorrow if you can. Just take this raw. Do what you can. Don't worry about editing and just post it.
All right, sounds good to me, man. I could do it that way too. That would work for me. I'm just I have plenty of people.
Is this the end of the podcast, or are we?
Yeah, we could end it here, or if there's anything else you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, subscribe. I'm just joking.
No, seriously. Shout out your socials and stuff.
One second. I'm not even gonna shout out my stuff. I'm gonna shout out you, bro, because like you deserve more recognition. So honestly, like if you guys haven't heard of Crypto King yet, he's one of the most active people in the community that tries to like get involved, whether it's in person, small communities. He's always trying. Like right now, he's on a podcast. So if you guys want to follow him. And maybe one day he'll become an ambassador.
I appreciate that, man. And it's saying a lot come from you, man. You have like the whole entire off the grid audience, you know, on X and YouTube. So like, I appreciate that a lot. Give me a shout like that. And man, like, I'm working my best, man, to just try to push this community and make this a positive community, and get more voices, you know, heard. So if anybody does want to come to the podcast, just like DM me, send me a DM. Let's work together. But yeah, and shout out Zoom, man. This guy is an awesome guy. I've been playing with you for like a couple of months now. You know, we played in the last event. It was a blast. So we're probably going to be streaming more together in this upcoming event. So yeah, man, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you in the next one.
Have a good one, everybody.